at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and so much more.
Hey everyone, it's Tuesday night again. You know what that means, don't you? It's time to join Mike and Christy for another episode of Where's My Sage? A show hosted by a psychic medium and a guy on a quest to find Bigfoot. Who would have thought? Together, they will take you on all sorts of adventures, and not with lots of different people. Christy even gives readings. It's time to sit back, get up and get ready. You can't sample the universe sitting down. Your hosts are waiting. Come on, let's go!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mike from Tactical Bigfoot Research and Where's My Sage? And my wonderful co-host, Christy London, medium and Reiki master. How are you tonight, Christy? How are things going?
Well, hello. I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I can actually hear again through my headphones, thanks to technology and the updates. Just turn around and eating my computer up. We're back, so I can actually listen to stuff sent into me, and it's not wireless, and I don't have the little kid headphones on trying to go, I can hear.
I miss my wireless. I can't seem to get my AirPods to reconnect to my computer now, and see my dumb daughter moved out of the house. So now I have to chase her down and make her come over and do it for me. Turn your ringer off. How rude.
That popped up on something else.
I'm kidding as I check my own ringer.
Yep.
How is everyone out there tonight?
We got some folks tuning in. So let's say some hellos. Hi, Linda. Hi, Linda.
Thank you.
Hey, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie Lynn.
And hi, Tanya.
Hi, guys. Hi, Tanya. Oh my gosh. Welcome back. I hope you had a great vacation.
Yep.
Tanya, for those of you who don't remember or don't really know or realize, was the lucky viewer and follower. Hi, Gina, who got to do some Bigfooting in person with us and, was subjected to all our shenanigans.
Yep. We left her hidden in the woods. Yep.
Yeah. I would never leave her like somebody else.
No. Hi, Gina. Hi, Penny.
Oh, hi, Penny.
So, Tanya wants to know if you have a date today.
Oh, thank you. I just had my hair done today. I appreciate that. My cousin does my hair. She rocks. Yeah, no, nothing special. Just Mike and, the other guy in the other room. No big deal.
Yeah. Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Francesca.
I like that name. It's pretty. It reminds me of the movie Elf. When Will Ferrell says, Francesca. Is that her name or Francisco? Same difference. It's still cool.
I'm just going to, you know what? Why don't you take over the hellos for the day? And I'm just
I saw Maureen on there too. Hi, Maureen.
Good. Yeah.
Hey, there she is.
Hello, Michelle.
Hi. Hello from PA. Oh, that's right. She's en route. En route. All right. Safe travels.
Hello,
hi, Melody. Oh my goodness.
Congratulations.
Yes, Melody is the mom of 4 now.
Hi, sweetheart and
Another
Candy.
little beautiful baby boy.
Hi, Brenda.
Hi.
And let's see here. We got a couple more. Excellent. Hi, Edward. We're going to get to the questions in a minute. And hi, Tim Conwell. So
hi, everybody.
So we've been pretty busy. We had a great investigation there at Casey's Cottage and up in
Mexico,
the woods
New York.
out in Mexico with Sheila. Trying to keep some of those locations kind of quiet on where folks like to go and do some stuff. It was a good time. That Casey's Cottage was really freaky. We got to use the
it was awesome. I can't wait to go back.
We got to use the hang on in favor of Matt. We got to use the gimbal,
right?
Which made things awesome.
All right, We have to fill everybody in on that. So, because we said during one interview, Mike was on a show and we kept saying gimbal, right? Right? It wasn't our show. You were on the other show. And they kept saying, and they kept saying
but then
gimbal.
we brought Matt back on to our show. And
right. And every time they said gimbal, they said it so much we made it like a drinking game. So, all right, every time we say gimbal, you guys, you got to take a drink of something.
So now it's a good thing we have a commercial at the top of the hour because, if our boy Matty joins us from Central Florida Bigfoot, please check out his channel. Yeah. There's some really great working together videos with Matt and Tim T from Florida. You know, and that's a great episode with those guys. We had them on the show. So I mean, our guests are always awesome. Our fans are always awesome. But the last couple of weeks have been just the extra that we've had with some of our guests has been absolutely amazing. You know, we got Doug Hychek last week, and we were on for a couple hours after and the next day. And, you know,
wow, my lights went yellow on me just now.
Yeah. And so check Doug's episode out for you guys that
he's a cool guy. I liked him. I can't wait to talk to him again. Mm-hmm.
For Monster Guys, we went right down the paranormal wormhole with him. And the stuff he sent us, and he's given permission for us to share. I just want to do a little more follow up on it. It's awesome. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Brenda.
So what else we got going on? You were on another podcast on Friday night.
I was. Oh, and I never gave you the link to.
No, nope. Completely forgot. Give me the link.
I did. My bad. So I'm looking right now. Hold on.
All right. We can
for
we'll
real,
get it put in there.
Yeah, we'll post it later. But Jerry Dean and Brett Allen, For Real Watchers podcast, Friday nights, Eastern time, it would be 9:00. And they were such cool guys to talk to, very down to earth, very informative. It was really nice to have a conversation that went back and forth about the paranormal and the metaphysical and the spiritual side of things. I can't wait to have them. And I believe you might even be making an appearance on that show in a couple of months.
Yeah, they invited me in for August. They're doing a bunch of cryptids in August.
Yep.
You know, and we've been kind of bouncing around. I mean, I did Sasquatch experience last night with the guys and Sean Faulkner and pork chop. Sean,
try it again.
That's what Sean goes by. Yeah, Faulkner from Sasquatch experience and his guys, and Neil and Henry and Mr. Baxter, and it was a great time. It was probably one of the most fun interviews I've had in a long time. Because it was a good show. It was good. It was really good. Check
I like
that
how
out.
they all flowed naturally together, you know, and it just kind of was easy. It was easy to listen to, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? It wasn't. You guys just all got along so well. Oh, hello, newbie. Welcome to the show.
And Gillette and Carrie. So you guys want to hear a really good experience and stuff like that. Boy, you click or I click. I don't know. That was real quick.
My hands are right here.
Hey, yep. Okay.
That was all Michael. Okay.
Hey, Pam.
Hey, Pam.
So
I told her to come on with us tonight and she wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know why. I thought she should have been
here.
Told her
we'd bring her on. I mean, the link will be posted in a little while. You can still come on here, but hey.
So we got on. We talked about the on the trail of Bigfoot, the journey, and actually, I'm going to throw that link in there over to Amazon if anybody's interested in checking that out. Watching me walk around with my kidney stones and my and my hernias, which is kind of funny that they've made more press and got more airtime than I have lately. So
just highlighting the important parts.
So yeah. So you got some gear to share with some folks, and hi Sheila.
Yes. Hi Sheila. Hi Travis. Hey Travis, tell your dad I got something to show everyone tonight. Finally, and he'll understand in a minute when once I start talking about this other thing here. Okay. He's been asking, and we finally got our act together and we're going to try something here. But he'll know what I'm talking about. He's been asking about masks and things.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So.
Oh, whatever. Your
Yeah,
hair's fine.
sure,
Get your
Pam.
ass on
Yeah.
here. Everybody misses
Hey,
you, right? You just miss Pam.
Language.
Oh,
I
shut up. I
managed
don't
to
want
go
to
like
hear it. I was
4
good.
shows without doing the
He's
and
so mean to me. That is not a bad word. Well, it is as
no.
far as I tell my kids it is, but otherwise it's it's
All right.
fine.
So, a couple of housekeeping notes from my end. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button
Jen?
because you
Hey,
never
Robert.
know when we're gonna pop on.
Yeah.
The old episodes are not only on YouTube, but you can also find them on your favorite podcatcher, though. The Spreakers, the Spotify's, the iTunes, Amazon. Please, take a listen, take a like, share. Get the word out that we're out here and there. I did my administrative stuff. So
yes, please get out there and share this. We don't ever
Yeah.
want anybody.
I'll talk to you in the morning.
Thank you, Jen. I love you. Give him a crack. Just go whack when you see him tomorrow morning. Just whack. Wake his behind up and just wake his ass up and just tell him to be nice to me. There.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome. So what else do we have going on? So yes, guys, please share this. We want everyone to be able to, make sure they have a message if they are, in need of one and sometimes don't know it. We definitely want to spread the word and help as many people as we can. Okay. So ready? Check it out. Ready?
All right. Hang on.
Yes.
I'm going to do, let me do something. Doop. There we go.
All right, guys.
Actually,
check
I'll
this
get rid.
out. What do you think? Where's my sage hats?
Gonna add to my stream.
Embroidered. Yes. What do you guys think? I love having my girls on.
Okay.
I love having my girls
yes.
on.
Michelle's adorable and she needs that. Peggy likes it. And let me go back to.
Oh, what do you guys think?
Jen says,
That's
"Be
right.
nice to Christy. She can kill you mentally in your sleep." Okay, Doc.
Although he's getting used to me, Jen, so I have to. I'm always having to come up with new ways to freak him out and to put him in his place.
Keep it up, Jen. I'll have her sick her on Ray.
Ray loves me. It's all good. But yes. So, hi, Nikki.
Ugh.
So, anywho, what do you guys think? Is this something you guys would like to buy and wear and represent for us? All right, we're getting a lot of positive feedback, aren't we? Yes.
She says Ray needs it.
Yes, Ray does need it. Yes. I mean, just I thought it was comfortable.
I'm gonna get killed.
I can. Excellent. Thanks, John. All right. See, it is what it is. So yes, I experimented and I finally came up with something because I have tried some of this kind of thing in the past, like masks. And so, people have asked, do we have any merchandise? Do we have anything? Hi, June. And it's one of those they free. Mike would be happy to treat you to one of those, Jen.
If he gets out in the woods.
Yeah. So we did, honestly, for a long time, we've been working on like the mask thing and then it just wasn't working out. And we all know that when something doesn't work out, it's probably not meant to be. And then lo and behold,
later, no more masks.
Yeah. We were like, okay, now the mask thing's kind of going away. So we said, let's try the hats. I've tried t-shirts in the past and just can't seem to get it right. And, I just, whatever. So, love the hat. So eventually we'll do some t-shirts maybe, but, or some shirts, but yes, here it is. So you guys can see it. Yes. And I like my rims to always be a little more rounded because I'm just used to the sporty look for when I'm playing sports or whatever. Not like I've done that in a while, but so yeah, here it is, you guys. Thank you for the positive feedback. That makes me feel good. I actually finally got something right with this whole logo thing. So
Robert, thank you for watching from Australia. Wow. And we'll once we get going, we'll be posting up on the Where's My Sage page. So
awesome. So I think what we'll do is we'll order a few of those hats and we will put them up and who knows, we might even give one or two away. to some lucky viewers. And yes, so that's awesome. So if you are interested, please email us at where'smysage@gmail.com. And we will definitely start taking orders, and we'll kind of go from there. We've never done this before, guys, so bear with us, but I'm sure it's not that hard, and we'll figure it out as we go. Right, Mike?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so
what else? Amazon. We have to talk about Amazon.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, hi, Carrie. She wants them too. We've been talking. A lot of people ask us about what gear we use, what stuff we have out there. So,
Right.
just we're gonna make it easy on everybody. We're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna start posting some of the links that are gonna be there on the YouTube. So if you're wondering what thermal camera I use or what flashlights Christy's using or what cameras we've got out there in the field, or like tonight, we really get into the Dream Book, and we're going to be posting some of those links on the bottom of the YouTubes. So if you're listening on, one of the catchers or something like that, you can come back and you take a look. So, folks have asked us about, again, like what thermals, the gimbals, the Dream Books.
I'm on this one.
All right. Yeah. Like I said,
Mike really does have everything except a potty seat. He used to carry the potty seat. He didn't have the potty seat. Christy does not do well.
Yes, but I had toilet paper.
Okay.
All right.
But he had the toilet paper. Yeah, but I had baby wipes, so that's
Anyway, enough of that. So again, when we say guys like, share, subscribe to our YouTubes and in the Facebook, because you never know what's going to pop up. Tanya was really lucky. We were on the way up to Mexico to do the investigation. She popped on and said, "Hey, I'm in the area." And we said, "Hey, let's grab a viewer." And
you can get here. Come on out with us. And she got there.
She was there.
She was there.
So we got the
drink.
Yeah. So
that's right. My bad.
Yeah, but it was, she got to get on the. If you only knew, Jen, wait until you see the new logo, but it's not done yet.
Yeah, that's still in the works. We're still working out the kinks to that one.
From the listeners, where's my Sage commode? Yes.
Bigfoot feet, the whole we could do that.
We can do it. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
But Tanya got to see how the investigation was done. Thermal cams, night vision, recorders. You got to do an EVP session.
Yeah.
So
we even had the flashlights work in the woods.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
It was really a good time. So, but like I said, even Christy, I know later we'll probably mention the Dream Book, so I'm just going to post that in there. So
here, I'll show it. I have it right here. It's beat, and it's all worn because it's old, and I use it all the time. And actually, part of it's falling out. See? But it's awesome. It's a huge reference for me. So there it is, right there.
Yeah. So. Thank you.
That's so nice.
We appreciate it.
He makes me feel nauseous, but hey, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, I'm doing good this week with a chest cold and still alive. Anyway.
Yeah.
So tonight is listed as a reading night. So we definitely want to connect. So please get the word out there. Share, subscribe, get things out. Christy, we said if folks want to join us tonight, we're going to be pulling. We're going to be pulling some folks if they want to join us, but we will also be doing readings from the scroll, the almighty scroll. And
so if anyone wants to come on live, should I post it now? Let me post it now. I don't want to ruin the feed for you here.
Nope. That's really good. If you go ahead and do that, I'll pull up the link here. That's saved. And,
all right. So my friends, if you would like to join us live in the chat, live in studio to ask your questions and have them answered tonight, you can certainly do that. I've just posted the link, and all you have to do is click on it and follow the instructions. It's very, very simple. Yes, you can do it from a phone, a tablet, or a computer. And
you didn't. You did that link.
Yeah. Was it the wrong link? Wow. We have somebody on here already. Look at that.
Yes, because we can only take a few people at a time.
Yes.
So,
No, but you
okay.
haven't let me finish. All right. You know what? Hold on. I got this. Mute. Okay. So anywho, yes, I muted your ass. We only are able to take on, and this is exactly why I did this, Michael. There's a method to my madness. I'm a mom. Don't underestimate me. Guys, we only have so many spots. So if you try to get on and it does not let you, it's because we have too many people backstage, but that's okay. Keep trying. You can also ask your question in the chat as well. I'm going to alternate bringing people on so we can have a few of you in the back, like Miss Chanel is back here with us right now. When we're ready, we will bring her on and then we will answer her question. So Mike's freaking out, but see, I got this. This is also going to help Michael to not go crazy because Michael is now going to also have to. And he's laughing and getting redder and redder as more people are popping on. We only have so many spots though, so it's not like we're going to have 100 people waiting back here. But this is really cool. So what I'm going to do now is give my spiel before we get started. And once again, welcome everybody to the reading show tonight and give you a little heads up about how I work if you're not used to it. It's not all of it. It's not every little last detail, but it's the idea of what to expect when you work with me in this kind of a venue or environment. So please keep your minds wide open and I need everybody to relax. Okay. There's going to be a lot going on and I need you to understand that the idea, notice how he just left himself muted. That's great. The idea of a venue or an event like this is that it's not always about having a message delivered individually from me, but it's about the experience. You are going to receive answers to your questions and messages in ways tonight that you have not even, you wouldn't think. Sorry, I just got distracted. Somebody else just popped on here. So that's what it's all about. So I might be answering somebody's question, but the answer or the message might speak volumes to you. And that's the idea. And that's what we're looking for. It's about the experience. It's about receiving the messages in all different ways. So you have to remember, just because we don't get to your question or you're not picked tonight, it does not mean that we don't care. And it does not mean that Spirit is not listening. So please keep your minds wide open when it comes to that. Also, if there's anything you do not understand about your message, I need you to let me know. People or Spirit, I should say, can step forward in many forms and come through many different ways. They have a method to their madness and they know exactly what they're doing and why they're doing it, the way they're doing it. So we have to trust the process. If though, by the end of your message, you are not sure of something or it doesn't make sense to you, please reach out to me tomorrow or within the next couple of days. And I will be happy to go over things with you. I don't ever want someone to leave a show feeling like they did not receive something or they just didn't understand or were confused. A lot of times what happens, excuse me, is that they're not real clear. And I might be receiving things that I think are literal, but they're more symbolic. If that's the case, sometimes it just takes a little extra time with me to decode it, if you will, and you walk away understanding everything that was said. And sometimes you're not meant to have a message tonight in front of all these people either. So maybe that's just, meant to open the door and we're going to connect later. So regardless, just always feel free to call me or connect with me during normal business hours, please. I would appreciate it. And not tonight, but within the next couple of days. And I'll be more than happy to go over your message with you and clarify everything and explain it. Mike is going to work his butt off. And excuse me, it now looks like he is taking care of the people that we already have backstage. Awesome. And we're going to alternate. And again, please don't be upset if we miss your message or we kind of skip through. I am going to follow Spirit's lead tonight. And again, keep your minds wide open and just listen for what's being said, because I have a feeling we're going to reach a lot of people tonight who don't expect it. All right. So, and do me a favor again, too, please do not, don't repeat your questions over and over again in the chat room.
All right. And as I'm going to say, for the folks that are in the the backstage, you can click. There's going to be 2 tabs you're going to be able to see. If you're on a computer, you might be able to see it from your phone. There's a private chat, and there's also a comment. If you click on that comment, you can see all the comments that I'm coming in, so you can see how crazy it gets from my side of things. So
that's just a taste of it.
Yeah, just a small test. So so as you guys are coming in, again, please like, share, subscribe, and I'm going to bring Miss Chanel up first for her question. And come on in. How are you this evening?
Hi, Max. How are you? Yeah, that's Max. Anybody who doesn't, you have to unmute her, dear. Chanel, you actually have to unmute yourself. There you go.
I'm sorry.
And you know what, guys, too? Sorry, Max is barking at somebody who's trying to come in the door. Can you turn your volume off, please, on your computer, or put earbuds in? Do you have anything like that? There's just going to be feedback.
Is there?
I can hear you just fine, but I can also hear myself.
I wonder if it's because I have you open on 2 screens.
Oh, yeah. Close one of them. That would help. Wow, you watch us on 2 screens? Wow, that's flattering. Thank you.
I could actually have you on 5 screens.
Wow. Are you insane? No, I'm kidding. Okay.
I like to multitask.
And then she can do her crystals at the same time.
Yeah, I watch crystal shows on TVs, and if I want, I can put you on my actual television because I have it set up so that it can switch from the computer to the big.
Wow.
And then you'll be on a 46-inch screen.
Oh my gosh. I have to look something up for you already.
Okay, you two. No. Diesel. I have a new puppy that's suicidal and crazy. He chases moving vehicles. And he just loves to cause trouble. And my old guy, who's 15, has found his puppydom again. And they arm wrestle all the time in my office.
Oh, even better. All right. So thank you for joining and welcome. You are the first person tonight. What is your question?
I recently lost my stepdad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And a few years back, I lost my father. And I have no dads. And I miss both of them immensely. And it's strange because they died by number dates within a month of each other. So now, I don't know. I just feel lost without having that connection. It's like someone pulled a plug. And I don't know. It's just...
Well, it's funny because I wrote in here, fill in the blanks before you started talking. It's up to you to fill in the blanks. You keep wondering, what am I supposed to do now? And how am I going to, continue to go on? And how am I going to know what to do? And they're saying to me, and your guides are also jumping in here and saying, you are a very smart woman. You can't use them as a crutch. They expect you to live up to your potential and work on yourself so that you are not always questioning you. For whatever reason, you don't have the confidence and the self-confidence that you should have. And they are both very supportive of the fact that you need to start standing up now. You can do this. It's your turn. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. The hardest person right now in my life is their ex-wife, my mother. And I have nobody as that, okay, here's you, here's mom, and there's nobody in between us now. And I'm forced to face her, and it's really hard.
They're saying handle it, just take her head on. Stop letting her cut you down. Stop letting her make you feel like you're this big and you don't know what the hell you're doing. And I don't necessarily think that she even goes out of her way to do that so much. It's just her personality and it's how she makes you feel, even if she's not doing it intentionally. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't be afraid.
I have a a son, and he's autistic, and he was having some medication issues, and I had to take him in and have him left at a facility to help with the problems. And she told me I abandoned my son at a insane asylum. And I said, they don't even have those anymore. And
Yeah.
and she's just, he's my world. I didn't want to leave him anywhere.
Everything you do, everything you do and everything you've done and everything you're going to continue to do, both for your son and for yourself, intimidates her because she was never strong enough to do it for herself. And she never will be. She relied on her husbands to do all that for her. And she doesn't know how to handle. You live in her uncomfortable zone. You live outside the box in her eyes. You do what needs to be done. Does that make sense? Do you understand that? So you are actually intimidating to her. That's a defense mechanism for her. She's very closed-minded. She always has been. You can't let her get to you because you have too much to do.
Yeah. Still sucks. I want a relationship with her because she is, in the end of the day, my mom.
Right.
And I
I
know I can't put myself there.
Right. And what they're saying to you is you know better and you have too much to do for yourself. And as long as you continue to let her get in your head in the wrong way, and you keep taking on her negative energy, it's going to pull you down and you're not going to be able to be there for your son or for yourself the way that you are supposed to. So now it's time for you to realize that even your mom has to earn her place in your life to a certain degree, because nobody's allowed to get in the way of your self-confidence and your self-esteem, especially those people who are supposed to help build you up in that way, not cut you down.
Yeah.
Okay.
You saw him in the backstage. That's my little guy that went to give me a hug. Yeah.
Cute.
That's
Well, thank you for your question.
world.
It was so nice to see. You're going to do just fine. You keep doing what you know is right and you
Mike,
will always be okay.
Contact me after. I found you a shirt last week when I was at the Mall of America. It's a Yeti shirt. I gotta send it to you.
Oh, nice. How nice. Oh, that's great. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Best of luck, honey. Take care.
Bye. Okay.
Awesome. All right. Let's take one from the audience. Sorry, guys. These allergies are awful. I'm just going to dab my nose because that's what I have to do.
So at the top of my scroll here is from Debbie. Ed wants to know if someone has a message for him.
I feel like all of a sudden I am... Sorry, I'm looking for hand sanitizer. The person I'm picking up on, stepping forward, feels like a male, or a male kind of an energy. I'm going to say that. What I'm also feeling is almost like I filled up, almost like I drowned somehow, or that I'm drowning in some way, but not necessarily with water, if that makes any kind of sense. He's also being told if he wants a message, he needs to ask himself. So whoever this is not playing games. It's time for him to step out of his shell and break through that shell. And I see somebody literally walk through like an eggshell and it just bursts open. It's time for him to stand on his own 2 feet. So, sorry, that's the message. But thank you for asking. Best of luck. Okay. Oh, one.
Sorry, that the dogs were a little out on the other side, so
dogs are allowed to be. They're cute.
I know. If Max is, I guess
right.
My two crazies can. So
I can't mute while I'm reading, so it is what it is.
our next guest up is Travis. So let's bring Travis up for his question. Hi, Travis. How are you this evening?
Hi, Travis.
Hey.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
Just curious. We purchased a house with my dad, and Just wondering if there's anything from the guides.
Boy, I'm looking at you and my head is just feeling fuller and fuller and fuller and fuller. You have so much on your plate right now, don't you?
Yep.
Stop hiding. It's time to come out from behind the curtain. Do you understand that?
Kind of.
Okay. Your mom is stepping forward. Holy cow. She is like, she is ramped up and she's excited, but wow, she's more in a frenzy. Like I feel like whatever you're doing, she would have been just as stressed out, probably making
Yeah.
sure everything was right and going in 100 different directions. And she's showing me your partner, the female in your life.
Yeah.
And she says, tell her to calm down.
Yeah.
It'll all be all right. Tell her to calm down. She says, I worry enough for the both of you. Calm down. I'm going to make sure this works out for you. So as long as you continue to do what you know you're supposed to do and you continue to follow your gut and handle everything going on the way you should, she's going to make sure she handles the rest for you. She's going to give you some help.
All right. Perfect.
Okay. So good luck with your house. I'm happy for you guys.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks
Have a
for
good
your
night.
question. You
Bye.
too.
All right. So let's go up to our next question. Jamie's watching at Target.
Any good sales? Any good summer clothes?
Yeah.
Preferably tops.
From Lori
Hi,
coming
Lori.
in from YouTube. Been spooky happenings here in our daughter's place. Is someone trying to send us a message?
I'm seeing it's a male. I feel like he died in an accident or accidentally. I'm also saying like a log cabin house or a house with a lot of wood and woodwork. But it's very cozy at the same time. I feel like this guy owned the house at some point, and he lived there at some point. I feel like he wanders around trying to figure out what's going on. I get a pressure in the back of my head, a pain in the back of my head, and it's actually traveling up this way. It goes all back down here. Your guides are saying to ask him to please calm down, that the house is going to be well taken care of and that everything is all right. They're saying you can sage. You don't need to ask anyone for help. This should just be a matter of cleansing the space, cleansing the energy simply. And I keep seeing what looks like a family room specifically. So I feel like it's more in the family room or the back room where you would hang out the most, or it's the most comfortable. And I feel like he just needs direction. And your guides wouldn't tell me that it's okay to tell you that if it was something that was too complicated or involved. So, yeah, just kind of help nudge him and guide him and let him know it's not for him anymore and that everything's good. And he can calm down and relax. Okay, so best of luck. And that's a great thing. Thank you for your question.
Quick follow-up from Debbie. Where'd it go? I just lost it again. Ed says thank you. He gets it. Lori says we must have froze up on her end.
Oh, sorry, Lori.
Patricia S, please put your your question back into the chat. I lost it on the scroll. So we'll pull that back up again in a second here. So really am technology issues tonight. So the next one's going to be from Donna. Donna, I hope you're ready to come on up, and we'll bring it back up in.
So somebody said something about needing the link again. We may have to post it every so often for people to grab it. So I'm going to post it again. Is that okay? Or do you want me to hold off?
No, that's fine. I don't want
to screw up your, okay.
No, that's fine. I just I try not to lose anybody in the current questions that are there right now.
That's why I didn't want to do it if you weren't ready for it. But I know it seems like if it goes up too far in the feed, they won't be able to find it.
And as the folks come in to help join with us, they can actually see what that wonderful feed looks like. So Travis, did you have a follow-up? Just give me a thumbs up if you had a follow-up. I see you're back in our feed again. Okay, so he had a follow-up. So
just a quick follow-up. Okay, because I want to make sure we get to everybody.
I lost him.
You didn't have to.
You didn't have to pop up, right. But okay. All right. So Donna, come on up and join us here. How are you this evening?
Okay.
Hi, Donna.
Hello.
How are you?
Yes.
So what is your question this evening?
I can't see you. Where are you?
I can't see you either.
I think you have to flip your camera around.
Yep.
I think I'm looking at some sort of wooden table. It's not in my head. It's on my screen.
I can't see you. There you go. I just want to know if my husband Ed has a message for me.
Okay, so she's looking for a message from Ed.
For me and for my son Eddie.
Okay, because I was going to say, am I not looking at the name Edward right down below next to her? Because
that's him. That's him.
Okay, all right. I was like, wait a second. Stranger things have happened.
If you want to answer mine, that's fine. You can answer his later.
Oh no, we'll answer yours first. When you said that, I was like, oh, is something weird going on? Is that your husband? Okay, you have a son. That works.
Yes.
Hey, I'm muted, and it looks like the same question. I'm looking in our private chat, so it looks like Edward's got the same question. The message is from his father. So
okay. So the first thing I'm seeing is a saw, like a hand saw, and I think that might be specific to one of you. Literally, you can connect with that. We can even bring them both up on at the same time if we want, right? If their questions are the same, let's bring them on.
Yeah. Edward, we're going to bring you up as well. So come on up. Here we go.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
You got your mom. All right. So if one of you could mute your feed, that would be great.
Right.
Or lower it.
Yeah.
That's too close. Too close.
And we're in the same house. Sorry.
That's okay. Or even if you move away from each other, like go in separate rooms, that would help too.
Yeah, we did.
Awesome. That's great. Thank you. So I'm seeing a hand saw, and I think that one of you can connect with that literally. But when I see hand tools, usually it also means that Spirit's trying to tell me that they worked with their hands in some way, and they were either in construction or did something where they worked with their hands, building things, fixing things, handling things. I'm also getting a pain and an ache in my kidney area on the left side. Can you connect with that, either of you?
Yes, he used to rehab houses, and he had lots of stomach pains and stuff. He had cancer. Nobody knew about it.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Edward, I'm being told to tell you that you need to tread lightly. Tread lightly, son. He says, you know better and you know what to do. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And there's Max. Donna, he had a nickname for you. I feel like he's calling you Lily or Lovey or something like that. Does that make sense? I can't, it's not totally clear.
No, it's Donka.
Hmm. Yeah.
Did he have a nickname for somebody else that was like that?
No.
Okay, so whatever that might mean to you later, maybe you'll make a connection with that later. But he looks at you and he tells me you spend a lot of time in your kitchen.
Mm.
At least you used to.
I still do.
Okay.
I think
And
that
he
was a
says-
double confirmation on that.
Yeah. And what he says is, I love you and you can do whatever you want, whatever you think is best. And I feel like he means with the house. Do you understand that?
Yes. And
Okay.
is he happy with what I'm doing with the way I handle things?
He says, of course I'm happy. I don't get to say I'm dead now. He says, you do whatever you have to do. You have my blessing. Those were his
Is
words.
he glad I changed my ways?
Yes. Yes. That's why he gave you the message that he did. He just stuck his chest out and put his hands on his hips. And my grandpa used to always do that. Like he's proud. He's proud. And when they do that, that's exactly what that means. Like, I'm proud. Yeah, you make me stand up tall. He says, you're a man. That was my only dream for you. You're a man. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yes. So thank you for your questions. I really appreciate you coming on here. It was nice to
Thank you
have
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you both.
welcome. Have a nice night.
You
You
too.
too.
Thank you.
And there. So our next one's from Patricia. That was one that we had lost in the roll through. She lost her nephew on Friday from a ruptured aorta. Want to know if he's okay or is it too soon? I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, sorry, Patricia. I'm seeing a boat. And I'm hearing Auntie. Auntie. You know what? I think that's what was trying. I think that was him talking over Ed Sr. a minute ago. I don't think that was, because I think it's Auntie. And that just clarified what I was picking up on a few minutes ago that they couldn't validate. He says, I didn't listen, but I definitely learned. And the way he's coming in tells me that he is accepting some responsibility or accountability for how or why, or the how, what, where, why, when of his passing. I'm also seeing spaghetti on a plate, like cooked spaghetti. And I see it being twirled with a fork, like someone's going to eat it, but it's plain. There's no sauce on it that I can see. It looks plain. I'm getting a headache right here. I just heard very clearly Aunt Patsy. Aunt Patsy. And that's it. But I do receive him in the light. He has crossed over. He says, I'm hearing when I'm ready. So he wanted to come forward, but he has some things to handle for himself first. So he will be back and he will show up again in the future for you. Okay. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything. Okay. And so for those of you who are just joining, because we have some people who are just joining, please feel free. We have posted a link. Yeah. Somebody, Mike, said that we should be able to pin it at the bottom. And I don't remember how to do that with this program.
You can pin it if we pin it right on the pages. We can't do it from our app.
Okay, streamlined. Yeah,
and
that's what I
the other
thought.
thing is, once unless you've got a follow up, and then I would reach out to Christy on the follow up. We're just gonna have. I may just kick you from the studio from down below, just so we can have other folks come in to ask their questions.
Okay.
So,
Or if you could post the follow up in the chat so everybody can
yeah.
see it, that would be lovely.
yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know, Donna and Edward, if you needed a follow up or not. If you do, if you can give me a
Travis.
thumbs up, or Travis, you had a follow up. If that's a thumbs up.
Okay, because
pull
I want
that.
to take the questions. People we haven't, I want to get to as many people as we can who have not asked questions. So if you have a follow
All
up,
is
just
good.
put it
Okay.
in the chat.
Okay, so I'm going to pull Travis and Edward from the
Thank you, guys.
the back studio.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
guys, appreciate it. Thank you.
Pam, go do your hair and get your ass on here. Come on, people want to
Okay.
see you. They miss you.
All right. So Margaret's our next guest coming on, and I'm going to pull Margaret up for her question. So
Okay.
Margaret, come on up. How are you doing this evening, Margaret?
Hi, Margaret.
Hi, I don't know if you can see me or not.
We
Yep,
can see
we
you
can.
just fine. You look all styling
Yep.
with your sunglasses on. I love it.
I'm at work.
Oh, how are
I'm
you?
pretty good. How are you guys?
Good.
Thank you. You hate your job, don't you?
I love it. Actually, I
You
love
what?
it. I do love it.
Somebody there hates their job.
Yeah, I'm sure there is somebody here that
I'm
hates it.
picking up on somebody hates, and I feel like it's whoever would be behind you. Are those lockers behind you?
Yeah,
Yeah, somebody. You don't have to call them out, but you'll know.
that's also
Whoever's
where all the
locker is right
timesheets are.
behind you. What's that?
That's where all the timesheets are.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh. Maybe it's whoever does the timesheets.
Yeah, I would actually have to agree.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Wow. So, what can we do for you tonight?
Well, I was just wondering. I never got to meet my grandma Eva, and I was just wondering if she had a message for me.
Ava?
It's EVA, Eva.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's how I was going to spell it, even though I felt like it was pronounced Ava. So when Spirit knows that you really can't validate much about them and whatnot, they're not going to overload you with information. They're going to give you just enough that they know you can validate later
Mhm.
if you need to. The one thing I am seeing, she's not stepping forward. She's not coming forward too much, but she showed me cookies. I feel like there is a cookie recipe that has been passed down that was hers. Are you aware of that?
I'm not aware of it, but it's probably possible.
And I feel like it looks like a round cookie. And it almost looks like a shortbread or a sugar cookie. And it has like a smaller center with like a jelly or something in the middle of it.
You know what? That's my other grandma.
Oh, okay. Well, who's she? What's her name? Because
name
this
is
is really
Margaret.
clear.
Her name is
Oh.
Margaret,
So we also have Margaret here.
and they were called birds' nests.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's my grandma Margaret.
Meatloaf and corn on the cob.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
connect with meatloaf and corn on the cob?
I have a recipe called Mama's Meatloaf that I make.
She's going, my recipe.
Oh,
My recipe. Does that make sense? How are you connecting with that?
maybe I didn't know she had the same recipe because I literally made mine just out of my head when I concocted it.
I think she had her own. And I think she's letting you know. Because isn't that like your signature? Do you make that a lot? Do people really like that?
People really like that. It's like
She's
a
connecting
sweet-
with you. Yeah, she's connecting with you like that on that level.
Aw.
Yeah. And she's letting you know that you do that. So that's how, when they bring up, specific things like that in our daily lives, that's another way that they are able to let us know that they really are around us and they really see what we do and that they're with us.
That's awesome.
Yeah. As far as work goes, you're being told, she's telling me that she's speaking for this other grandmother. I feel like this other grandmother was not really able to talk or communicate or had trouble doing that. So she's letting us know that she's speaking for both of them. As far as work goes, she says, you keep doing what you're doing and don't let anybody get in the way, because I feel like you're a mentor and a teacher on some level there, not officially necessarily, but you really, you know your stuff, the job, the rights and wrongs, the ins and outs, and you do it well. And it takes a big load off of some other people there, which makes you invaluable. But there are some people who don't like that, and they try to get in the way, and it intimidates them. They don't like that you're getting all the attention. You're not asking for it. You're just being you and doing what you do. Don't stop. Don't stop. Okay. You're a real inspiration for some of the younger people that you're mentoring right now there. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. All right.
With developmentally disabled people. So.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's not an easy job at all. So thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. And I have a feeling that the lady that does the time cards isn't going to be there much longer. I think there's going to be some changes.
I think she took on too much on her plate. And that's why she's,
Yeah. So, yep. All right. Well, thank you for your question. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Bye.
Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Take care. Thank you.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. That one there. Good. All right. I think some folks just are trying to figure out how to get out. So the next question. Oh, hi, Brian from Bearded Paranormal. Hope things are good down at PA and that new case you guys are working on. Carmela has the next question. She's wondering what happened to the guy she was talking to. And can you tell me if my brother and sister-in-law will have a baby soon?
So your spirit guides are telling me that this guy you were talking to had too much on his plate. More than he was willing to admit or tell you. A lot of emotional baggage that he needed to deal with. Although I feel like he was lighthearted and fun, and Mike's frozen in a weird position. All right, there we go. I opened my eyes and you looked really awkward, but
I have an assistant that's giving me a hand here, so trying to make sure she doesn't eat the computer. So
she's allowed to eat the computer. Well, maybe not right now, but she's allowed to get away with stuff. So, yeah, I feel like he did run away. I feel like he got scared. I feel, like you almost like you were ready for more than he was, and that intimidated him. But you need to back off of him and give him his space. Read between the lines is what your spirit guides are saying. And just try to not put so much heart into things right away. And they're saying so you don't get hurt. You jump in with both feet very easily, very quickly with relationships, even friendships. Remember, people have to earn a place in your life. And it's not always easy, and it doesn't make you bad or wrong. It just means you need to preserve your own, well-being, your inner peace. All right. So thank you so much for your question. Best of luck.
Our next one's going to be coming from Laura from the backstage. Hello, Laura. Come on up here. How are you doing this evening?
Good.
Hi, Laura.
You guys?
How are you?
Good.
Thanks for joining us.
So what's your question this evening?
So I was just wondering, my mom's had a lot of health problems lately, and I just want to see if she's going to get through them.
I have a male that I feel like is stepping forward. Is your father passed?
No.
Okay. It's got to be a grandfather then, because it's more like a father figure. And so this man, because as soon as I acknowledged him, the physical things I was feeling went away. My head was hurting like I had a blood pressure issue. So who can you connect with that's passed that had issues with blood pressure and things like that?
Either could be my father-in-law, or it could be my grandfather, which is my mother's father.
And honestly, I feel like it's your father-in-law because I picked up on father first, which would, for all intents and purposes, be father for you in this situation. So what was his first name?
Frank.
Spell it.
Frank.
Thank you. I just got a pain and an ache in the kidney area on my right side. Who do you connect with that?
It would be him.
Okay, thank you. Holy cow! It's like he's like, yeah, we're not gonna leave this open ended at all. We're gonna make sure we know it's me. I'm also not seeing him. He's not coming forward at all. He's using other ways to communicate with me. Tells me a lot about how he died. So, excuse me, it tells me a lot about what was going on at the time of his passing. But he's also indicating to me that maybe you didn't know him when he died. Did he pass before?
No, we weren't. Me and my husband weren't speaking to him when he had passed.
Okay. Thank you. So, when they communicate with me in this particular way, it tells me a lot about what was going on at the time of their passing. And what it means is they were not able to communicate either effectively or at all, whether it was 2 minutes before they died or 6 months, it doesn't matter. They may have even been in a coma or totally unconscious for some reason. Are you able to validate that? Yes or no?
I think he was able to speak. I know he was in the hospital, but we didn't go up there.
Okay, communicate effectively. So maybe he could speak, but he couldn't comprehend, or maybe it wasn't easy. Because what he's telling me is that he wanted to apologize to certain people and didn't have the chance, but he couldn't communicate that the way he wanted to. He says, to you, it was all my fault, and I'm very sorry because the time we lost is on my hands, not yours. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
He says, I understand now. I know it's too late, but I'm always here for you. And that means your husband as well. You, meaning you and your family. He says, and he's very animated. He talks with his hands. He says, if I could take it back, I would. He says, unfortunately, I can't turn back the time. And he's like spinning the arms on a clock. He's telling me your husband looks a lot like him.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. He says he's going to be bald.
Hey, she grabs the camera and goes, here, look.
I just looked at him and I just gave him a haircut and I kind of just buzzed him up a little bit, and he is a little balding on the top. That is so
especially
funny.
on the top. That's how I'm seeing it. Your father-in-law, especially, I can see the scalp here, but he's got hair going on around, the sides, but it's, he says he's going to be bald.
Great.
He goes, what? That's nothing to be ashamed of. That's something to be proud of, as he's poking his chest out. And he wasn't a very big man. Smaller stature. Yeah. He's
Does
funny.
he have anything for my son? Because they were really close. I want to say my son was his favorite grandson. Sorry,
he just starts
else.
laughing. He said, you're going to get me in trouble, right?
True.
It's getting really hot in here all of a sudden. He's showing me trains, toy trains.
Toy trains?
Does he have one now?
No, he's a teenager, like he's 17.
Okay. Did he see? And when I saw him, he was a child, probably around 10. Is that how old he was when he passed?
Yeah, about then. Yep.
Okay. Because that's what I saw. So did your son play with like trains back then? Or was there something about a train that your son would connect with?
He might have when he was with him.
Okay. I do feel like though too your son was very animated. He was like a typical little boy. He liked to play on the floor, drive his trucks and his cars, but I'm also seeing him sit at the table, like he liked to draw and write and do things like that as well. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. He says, I'm very proud of him. He's overcome a lot. He says, and he's on the straight and narrow, and he's on the right track.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. He says you did good. And he looks at you especially as a mom and says you did good because you followed your gut with this kid and went against the grain. And a lot of times doubted yourself for doing that because everybody was in your ear saying, when are you doing? This isn't right. This isn't normal. And you did what you had to do. And that's why your son will be okay. So don't ever doubt your instincts when it comes to anything, but especially as a mom.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you for your question.
Thank
and
you,
thank you for
guys.
joining us.
Thank you.
Yes. Have a wonderful night.
You too. Thank
Thank-
you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wow.
We are at the 9 o'clock hour, so let's do a quick commercial so everybody can run, get a fresh beverage, use the facilities, and
What are you trying to say, Mike?
it's that time. Okay.
Be
Quick
back
commercial.
in a second. All right.
WLFE-DB.com, where you can find vodcast shows, podcasts, and more, like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Paratalk Radio, Just Cindy, and more. So go check out WLFE-DB.com, where talk radio is a whole lot better. Our shows are your shows, and that there makes for a great talk radio.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Bree, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area at 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Ted Van Son Jr. is a seasoned investigator and well-versed in the ways of paranormal investigation. He is now ready to share his ideas and unique approach with all of you. Flashlight, recorder, and comfortable shoes. Hit the ground running as you follow this easy step-by-step guide to a fun and thorough paranormal investigation, perfect for first-time and lightly seasoned investigators. Think outside the paranormal box. Learn all about the technology and techniques used back in the early days of paranormal investigation. You can find these valuable resources online at Goodreads, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, and Amazon. Get yours today.
Hi, I'm Jenna Grover. In the world of fashion, we get lost in the cost. Everyone wants that special piece of quality jewelry, but they can't afford it. Not on my watch. I sell handmade quality jewelry for a fraction of the price, and that includes jewelry made of sea glass, natural stone, crystal beads, glass beads, Bigfoot jewelry, and more. If you don't see what you want, email me, because I make custom jewelry too. Check out my website at gbythesea.com. Also, you can email me at jewelry@gbythesea.com.
You're listening to WLFE DB Radio. Now, back to our program.
And welcome back to Where's My Sage? I'm Mike with my wonderful co-host, Christy London. How are things going, Christy?
They're going great.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. So we're on the second hour.
Good.
We are doing a reading show for folks that have just joined us. We're trying something a little different tonight. We're kind of in the chats. You're going to see a link in there for StreamYard. If you want to come on live with us, we're still taking questions from the chats. But if you want to come on live and ask your question live, go ahead and click on that link. It'll take you to StreamYard. It'll bring you on with us, and you will be live on the show. So be
Do we
prepared.
need to post that again?
I think it's in the chat's pretty good where they can get to it.
Okay.
Looking at where things are. If not, I'm going to lose some of my questions here.
Okay.
So let me just check again.
If you guys can't reach it, if you can't find it anymore, let us know and we'll repost it as soon as Mike gets his act together over there.
Oh, it's only about four from the bottom, so we're pretty good. So let me take a regular question here from the chats. And again, folks, please like, share, subscribe. Hit those notification buttons because you never know when we're going to be out there doing a live paranormal or Bigfoot investigation or be out in your area. And if we're out in your area doing an investigation and it's a public type, we'll bring you right along with us sometime. So next one's going to be from Barbara. She says, hello, just wondering if my brother-in-law is trying to get a message to me.
Hi, Barbara. So really random, and I'm not quite sure if this is for you or if this is just for somebody to connect with, or in a case, a situation like this, it's very possible it could mean something to many of you. I heard very clearly white socks. White socks. White socks. Could be white colored socks. It could be the White Sox team. It could be a lot of different things. But that was very clear right before he actually asked your question. So I read your question, and the first thing I see, Barbara, is a banana. I'm hearing Fruit Loops. Fruit Loop. And now I'm getting a headache that makes me feel sick to my stomach.
Not me.
For once. So trying really hard to focus to have him come forward. I do feel like he's around. But it's like he's circling the perimeter. So when they act in that way, but they want me to know they're around, or they want my attention and they get it, it tells me a lot about how they died. Usually, first and foremost, it means that they committed suicide. Can also mean that they had a hand in their own death, or they're accountable or responsible in some way for their death. And they're owning up to that or acknowledging that side of things. It can also mean, even if it was accidental or inadvertent, they didn't have to mean to do it or realize that was what was happening at the time. I'm feeling like I'm having a hard time getting my words out. I'm getting really tired. It can also mean that they were murdered or there were questionable circumstances surrounding their death. I feel like he ignored a health issue or had issues that he put off. But he says to you, and it's like, he's not being mean, but he's kind of serious, but really, more like harassing for fun. Not everything is about you. Like you're saying, is he trying to get a message to me? And he's like, not everything's about you, Barb. That kind of thing. I feel sick. I feel like this poor guy went through a lot. But that's all I'm getting. It's like he doesn't really want to. He doesn't have a lot to say, which I also feel like might be indicative of his personality. I say what I means what I say is what I just heard when I said that. So that's it. Okay. Well, that's what he's going to offer tonight. Right?
Yeah.
I was wondering where I'd heard that before. So, so thank you for your question and best of luck with everything. No, it was a little random.
Yeah. So our next question is going to be coming from Cheryl. So we're going to bring Cheryl up on the message. How are you doing this evening?
Good. How are you?
Not bad.
Good. What can we do for you?
Well, I was just wondering if I had any messages from any of my guides. I feel like I need messages from them, and I'm constantly seeing like 913 everywhere, and that's my birthday month and day, and it's always like I'll it's just weird. It pops up everywhere, like on receipts, on commercials, like everywhere.
That's funny because as you're saying, do they have any messages? They're over here going, oh my God, we can't make it any more obvious for you. We're putting things in your path and you're like stepping over them. And then you said, oh, and I'm seeing these numbers all over. They're like, yes, we're like putting things in your face. Okay. A couple of things. The 913, 913, those are actually all angel numbers. Look them up individually, but I think you're also going to find that combination as well. So look it up as a trio or as a combo as well. The other thing I'm being told to tell you is that you should have your astrology chart done.
Okay.
They're saying that will give you a lot of clarity because you're not good at noticing signs and actually paying attention and then remembering and making those connections. So just to have that done, that will help give you some clarity. And I think from there going forward, it will help you then to realize what's going on. It's going to help put you in that frame of mind and that space that you need to really put it all together. Yeah. But they're saying you're doing fine. You're doing fine.
913 in numerology. Friendship is important to the number 913. Divine angels want you to start making friends. It's important to have long-lasting relationships with people. It's 913 and says platonic relationships are very important in one's life if you're going through a tough time. So that's for that.
Give that poor puppy a cookie. You're so mean.
She just ate half a box of cookies behind me.
You know, that's why I just said that.
And I know the other one's up in front there. I saw it. And then the angel numbers. Let's see if that pops back up again.
All right, Brianna, be nice. He has a job to do right now.
Brings a message of angels and the ascending master that you have successfully manifested new opportunities that will advance you along your spiritual path and life mission. Be optimistic, enthusiastic about what's come into your life, as it will be your utmost advantage. So that's what those two are. But there's a whole bunch more if you go and Google it. There's a whole bunch more for 913. But those are the two main ones.
Yeah. And when you do things like that, and this goes for anybody out there, when you're reading through those things, you go with what feels right to you. When you make that internal connection, you'll know. Okay. You'll know that's what they're trying to say. All right. Good.
So
I'm also told to tell you you're doing a good job.
I was just going to ask you, because in my field, I see a lot of people are saying like I take care of individuals with disabilities. I manage a group home, and it's been so crazy lately, and I've been so stressed out. And I'm like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? And should I be looking for something else? And like, I'll spend hours on Indeed looking, and then I'm like, no, like I can't leave my people. I love them, and then it's just been so stressful every day.
Yeah, no, you're doing a good job. You know, sometimes we don't know what to do with the quiet. Like we always feel like we have to make sure we're not missing something. Mm-hmm. So in your case, you go from one extreme to the other. Your guides are trying to help you and you're not noticing. And then when it is quiet, you're like, oh, so you are aware, which is why they're saying that having your astrology done for you to help you to find clarity and then go on from there. Your guides are still going to be there. You're still going to have to rely on them and you're going to have to build a rapport with them if that's what you so choose to do. But this will help bring clarity to you.
Where do I get that done at?
You can find lots of people. I can recommend somebody. I have a friend that does do it. She was also a mentor to me as well. She's great at it, but there's lots of people. Go with someone you're comfortable with. If you can't find someone, I'm happy to recommend. But yeah, always, if you're comfortable with the person, then look at astrologers, astrology charts, sign symbols, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're so welcome. It was nice to have you on. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Have
you.
a great night.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay. Oops, I timed out somebody. Guess we're even. You timed out my mom. I timed out Bree. So, let's see.
You timed out my kid.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she
Okay.
had to come. All right.
Amanda would love to hear from her father tonight, especially with everything going on. And again,
Hi,
folks, if you
Amanda.
saw that, sorry, I was just going to quick remind everybody in there. There's a little StreamYard link if you want to come on live with us. So I didn't even say gimbal.
Gimbal. Oh, listen. Okay. I just got a text message that said rude. Okay. I feel like your father had a heart attack or something, some issues with his heart. I'm having a hard time breathing all of a sudden. The pressure in my head is building. Now, normally when I feel this pressure in my head, it's going right behind my eyes. It definitely is a blood pressure, a sign of something or someone having issues with blood pressure. But I feel like this is what he felt and didn't know or understand, because I don't necessarily feel like he had an ongoing issue with blood pressure. Maybe it was newer if he did. But I feel like he had this episode because I feel like it started here and then traveled up. I almost feel like he didn't have time to react or really think about what was going on either. What I keep hearing from your spirit guides, though, bring the light. Bring the light. That's your job. That's your responsibility. That's what you need to do. If that's what you want to know, how to help or fix or make better the situation you're in or what's going on around you, bring the light. Be the light. Don't give them a reason, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you must be arguing. Your guides are saying, listen to me. Listen to me. Bring the light. And that's all they're saying. They literally turned my head like I were to take you, if I were to take Mike and go, oh, just so cute. I'm just kidding. Like literally grabbed and was like, listen to me. Bring the light. That's how you're going to fix this situation. It doesn't matter if it makes sense with what you think is going on. It doesn't matter if you agree, if it's going to help or not help. If you want to know, that's how they're telling you to handle the situation. Okay. So thank you for your question, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
All right. So again, if anyone would like to join us, there's nobody backstage right now. Come on live with us and we'll answer your question that way for you. And if you guys can't find the link again, let us know and we will repost it.
You can go ahead and drop it back in there if you want.
Can I? Thank you so much. Am I allowed to do that now?
Well, right now I'm up to the Where's My Sage commode and the hats. So, yeah.
Okay,
Jen,
good.
if you
Yeah,
still
I don't
had
wanna
to
mess
ask
you
your
up.
question, she never asked her question because I think we got sidetracked on the hats. So,
All right. I just dropped the link in there again. If anyone would like to pop on live, come on and join us.
okay. This is from Adelia. Do
That's
you have
pretty.
any messages for my dad, Jemmy?
So, first of all, I'm hearing that there's a story behind how he got that name or that nickname, and you're not allowed to tell it. That's first. I'm hearing horse. So, when Spirit says something like that to me, they're not talking about the to me is that they're letting me know they're talking about somebody or something in the here and the now that's present in the here and the now. So I feel like there's something about a horse that you can connect with now. And usually they're letting you know that they know about this. So somebody must either have a horse or did something with a horse or whatever the case is. And it doesn't have to be you either. I'm actually picking up on a sister. I feel like you have a sister. I'm hearing we need to talk, and this is with regards to your sister. And I feel like she needs some help and some guidance to refocus and get back headed in the right direction. And then he says he's acknowledging that she is headed in the right direction. She needs guidance to stay that way, if that makes sense. Now he's going like this, and he's like this, and he's drawing. It's like a house. He's drawing like a house with his fingers. He says, "Do it." Like I'm seeing a drawing, almost like maybe you have plans for a house or something, maybe blueprints or remodel plans, or just thinking about doing that. He says, "Do it. Do it." However you connect with that, do it. That's all. Thank you. He says, that's all. Thank you. And he holds up his hand and he walks away. So thank you so much for your question. I wish you the best of luck with everything.
Okay. Our next one is coming in from Stephanie, and she is in the back room. So Stephanie, we're going to bring you on live. So here comes Stephanie. How are you this evening?
Stephanie?
Good. How are you?
Good.
How about yourself?
Not too bad. I was just wondering if there was any messages from my grandparents.
They were two peas in a pod, that's for sure. What goes on with that light behind you?
That's my dining room light.
Yeah, does that flicker or turn on and off or do weird things sometimes?
Occasionally it flickers.
Yeah, that's them. Totally drawn to it. You must have a picture of them somewhere, like dancing together, or their wedding picture or something up and around.
I have their anniversary picture.
Okay, yeah, because they're together in that picture.
Yeah.
Grandma is very happy, especially. Not her best look, not her best hair day, she says. But yeah, she's very, very happy. She says, I'm very touched that you continue to remember us in that way and keep us alive. I see you have children. I feel like a son.
Daughter.
Who has the little boy?
I don't know.
You lost a child? A miscarriage?
No.
Okay.
I'm aware of.
No, that's okay. I'm picking up on a few things. You don't have a little boy or a son or someone that's like a son to you, even if it's a stepchild or someone else's that's around a lot?
I have friends that I consider their kids, they're real close, and you just consider them,
Right,
your
right.
kids.
Yeah. Who's the one that your daughter would consider to be like a brother?
Oh, geez. I don't know.
Or at least when they were younger. Okay, so what's going on is when Spirit's giving me messages in the first person, but you clearly are not connecting with it. When they continue to do it anyways, they're letting me know, by doing that, they're letting me know that they're not talking about you. They're talking about somebody close to you, like friends, family, coworkers. So who do you know that has a little boy or did have a younger boy, even if he's grown up now, that your grandparents would want to keep an eye on or would have been involved?
I have a close friend that's had multiple miscarriages, but she's finally had a little boy. She's one of my best friends.
Thank you. So they're letting you know that they see that, and they're also telling you you've been a very good friend to her. So thank you for putting all those pieces together, because it's kind of choppy the way she's coming through. I'm getting a very sharp pain in my right hand all of a sudden. How do you connect with that?
I have really bad arthritis.
Yeah. She says you need to start taking care of yourself. That runs in our family, and you know better. And then she shows me you need to start carrots. You eat a lot of carrots, or do you need to eat more carrots? What's going on with the carrots?
I'm not sure about the connection to the carrots, but
did she eat a lot of carrots?
She did. My daughter loves carrots too.
There you go. Thank you. So I feel like she's trying to hurry and get a lot of different information in for you. When they show us and when they bring up the here and the now and daily things, that's their way of letting us know that they truly are around and they are watching us and keeping an eye on us. So know that she really is around you. No. Yeah. Your grandfather smoked a pipe or a cigar?
I had a different grandpa that smoked.
Yep. He's here too.
Oh.
Because I saw that specifically. You were really close to this one, weren't you?
Yes, later on, and
I'm gonna say you had a more of a special connection with this one. Yes. I love you, Bubba, is what I just heard. That's what I just heard.
Not making an instant connection on that, but I'm sure if I do some thinking on that one.
Yeah, I love you is definitely for you, and so is the Bubba, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't have to be something he called you all the time. Maybe it's just something he said on occasion.
Maybe, yeah.
It doesn't have to be specific for you. And again, if that's the case, if he said that to different people or just sometimes, other people will know that, and that's more a validation for you that he is who we're validating. Yeah. That's it. Well, thank you so much for your question.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Sure. Have a wonderful night.
You too. See ya.
Thank you. Take care.
To the Dodsons, if you just want to drop Christy an email on your follow-ups tomorrow, and there were a couple of questions in there. So they were on a little earlier, so we kind of catch a couple more. So that was Ed and his mom there.
Okay.
That way we'll try to catch everything. Mary Kay is love to hear messages from me, work, finances, if time permits.
Mary. Oh, Mary. Hello. This is Mary. You see my nails? Everybody like my nails? If you're in my area, this is my friend Mary, who owns the best nail salon in the area. And, go see her. Lovely Nails in Lewiston, New York. Okay. So your spirit guides are telling me, Mary, that your financial burden will ease up. You're okay, but don't do anything else and don't stretch yourself any more than you already have. What you're doing is all right because it's an investment and it's long term. Don't expect to see a return on that anytime soon or quickly, but it will end up working out for the best. Take your time. Construction will be slow, but in the end, it will pay off. But nothing more or big, no more big expenditures or financial commitments now until this starts to pay off for you. And it's going to be months before it does, like into the fall, at least, as of right now. They're telling you to pay special attention to your daughter and to spend some more time with your daughter. Pay close attention is what they're saying. And I feel like as far as the salon goes, status quo. Status quo for right now. Yeah. So thank you for your question, lovely. Have a nice night. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Micah does hello, and I hope you feel better soon. I just dropped Donna, you got that in there, and that's for you and Edward. Go ahead and reach out tomorrow during the day, and Christy will get back to you. Let's come back up here to the top and see who's next on our list. And again, folks, if you want to join us, we got a few more minutes here. If you want to get on live with us, please click the link for StreamYard. And we've also posted, folks have asked about the dream books and, dreams in the past in the chats. I put the dream book that Christy uses, so you can go ahead and kind of take a look at some of that.
And don't forget these cool hats we have now.
Oh, yeah, the hats. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. Mike hasn't had his yet. They came to my house. I can't wait. This is going to be great. Who wants to represent Where's My Sage? Here it is. If you guys are interested, drop us a message in the email.
Okay. Next one's going to be coming in from Gina over on YouTube. Contemplating going forward with a new idea, and all we got as far as future idea.
All right. Got a lot going on here. So, yes, I'm being told that you should go forward with this idea. But take baby steps. Make sure the planning and the processing and all of the baby steps and nitty-gritty that need to be done and taken care of first before you even try to attempt to make this a reality or tangible in any way is figured out and laid out. If you're not satisfied, do it again and until you feel comfortable. That's going to be huge. Dot all the I's and cross all the T's.
The follow-up on that was business idea.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what I was picking up on. Thank you. So they're also, your guides are stepping forward and telling you to clear your head. Before you really go through with this, clear your head. It's a great idea. It's meant to take off. You're going to do well, but it's going to be slow. I feel like there's going to be a lot of work and hustle and bustle to get everything worked out in this beginning process that I just explained to you. And then everything's going to kind of slow down because you're going to have to get everything together and in the works. And I feel like there's going to be some waiting involved. And then all of a sudden it's going to pick up again and you're going to have to work and move to get things really going. And they're using the word operational. Step out of your comfort zone and make investments that are smart, that you are unsure of. Follow your gut, and you'll be okay with that as well. You're going to have to put out a little more than you expected financially, but it will, your return in the long run with it. I feel like it's a product you want to make, or you're a product of some sort that you want to put out there for people. A service product, a service and a product. I'm bouncing back and forth. So I feel like your service is your product. Both. I feel like the fact that I'm jumping back and forth is part of the beginning phase and the baby steps that you have to work out, actually, and the more I'm going through that process. And thank you. You have to really nail that down. Full speed ahead. And I'm being shown like a light green colored candle. And you're being told to go ahead with that one. I feel like it'll actually be one of your best sellers, whatever that one's going to be. watch the wicks. Something about the wicks. I almost feel like maybe the first shipment of wicks, or the first round of wicks that you get are going to be defective in some way. Don't take a chance. Send them back and wait if you need to, but it'll be okay. So don't always put quality over quantity, and make sure it's done right the first time. Wow, they have a lot to say. I feel like you're also wondering if you should quit your full-time job or make this the only thing you're going to do for a while. And the answer is no, don't. You're going to have to balance both for quite a while until it takes off. And then eventually what I see is you're going to be able to phase out of whatever you're doing right now. I don't feel like you're ever going to really be able, oh, okay, good. Because they really had me going back and forth on that. I don't feel like you're ever going to totally phase out of being able to, or of working or doing something else to help support yourself. But I feel like you're going to be able to find more of a balance once this really takes off. I see in total about 2 years. Did Vita get into the cookies again?
Yeah, she's trying to break herself out. So
awesome.
I thought I was muted. So Gina, follow up learning about doing that through testing first. So
awesome. Yeah. So best of luck with that. Yeah. Let us know how it goes. Thank you so much.
All right. So next question.
Come on, I want someone else to join me live on here. Let's go.
Yeah.
It kind of, shakes it up. I love, doing the reading shows. I really do, but it's kind of nice to have like the interaction with people too. So come on, join me. Let's go.
The next one's from Michelle. Please, anything for my daughter.
Hi, Michelle. Wow, the first thing I heard was keep your head up. It's going to be tough for a while, but you keep your head up, you keep your chin up, you stand up straight, and you don't let anything rock or phase you. It's okay if you have to walk through life and kind of just get through your days feeling like a zombie right now. You're allowed. There's something significant about the last time you were together. But I feel like there's a nagging feeling of regret or what if there. Don't dwell on it. Your spirit guides are actually saying to you, don't dwell on that. I do feel like your daughter was younger, and I can't stop staring at your profile picture. I heard best of luck, and I almost feel like that's something somebody says a lot. And I know I say that, to everyone here, but I feel like that's something either you say or she would say. It was a phrase you would say maybe to your kids or whatever, or her, it's a sign of support and encouragement, a send off almost. I'm hearing Fran. I feel like they are together. Your daughter is communicating with me in a way. It's almost as if she's avoiding me. She wants me to know she's around, but she's not wanting to really step forward too much. That tells me a lot about how they died. And again, as I said earlier, usually it means they committed suicide. It can also mean that they are accepting responsibility or accountability in some way, shape, or form for how or why they passed, even if it was accidental, inadvertent, what have you. It can also mean that they were murdered or there were questionable circumstances surrounding their death. And as I say all of that, I feel like suicide, but as soon as the word murder came out of my mouth, I felt like that was significant as well. But I don't feel like she's ready to talk about that yet. I feel like somebody suspects that maybe there was some foul play or there was something. I'm hearing enough. She says enough. So if you'd like to talk about this more, if you have any other questions, we can elaborate more. Your daughter's in the light. You can contact me another day. Your daughter's in the light. I do receive her from the light. She's crossed over. I can tell that for sure. I saw her go like this. She's got her fist over her heart. And that's it. So thank you for your question and best of luck. I'm very sorry for your loss.
Sorry, I was picking up sirens from somewhere.
Oh yeah, totally. It was like down the street or something, and it kept getting louder and closer. And
yep, I'll have to go in and
you weren't
edit
hearing
that a little
things
bit. Okay. So
must be bad because there's more now.
All right. So our next question is going to come from the backstage. So we're going to bring Tanya up for her question. Good day. How are you?
What's up, girly?
Hi, friends.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Good.
How about you?
Good.
Tanya was the one who came out and did some Bigfooting and paranormal investigating with us. Yes. I love your hair. Last time I saw it, it was all braided for your vacation.
It got blonde since I went to Cancun.
Rub it in. Go ahead. It's all right.
Yep.
The braids. I was over the braids like the next day.
Yeah. I don't feel bad for you. I just don't. Sorry.
I have a question. I'm wondering if my mom comes around me with certain signs that I should not look for, but there's things that happen that I'm like, oh, that's probably my mom. But I'm wondering really if there is certain things that she comes around me with.
Your mom had an issue with blood pressure, didn't she?
She had a lot of issues.
Yeah, my head's starting to throb. That's and the way that it is, it's blood pressure. She goes, oh, you gave me a run for my money. What was your mom's first name?
Her name is Cindy, but everyone called her Chico.
Spell it.
CHICO.
Thank you. I'm feeling a pain at the base of my neck back here. Did she have an issue? Did she get hurt?
She passed away from lung cancer, and it had spread throughout her body. So,
was she uncomfortable? Was she always complaining about her
Yes.
neck and wanting to? Thank you, because I'm feeling it, and I have herniated discs in that area, so it's very achy and uncomfortable. And it went away when you validated that, so that's definitely what she's trying to show us. With regards to her passing, she says you did good. You handled a lot for her, didn't you?
she had a lot of her stuff arranged or whatever with the funeral home. But I did change the dress color. I wanted her. She liked yellow. That was her favorite color. But I put her in pink because she looked so pretty, and my grandma wore pink.
Yep. And she says that yellow would have washed me out, especially with how I died. Whew. She said, no. She says you did good.
Yeah, she actually looked very pretty.
She also had a flower. She had flowers or something on her. Did you give her a corsage or a pin or something?
Yes.
Yeah, she liked that too. She says thank you for that because she didn't ask for that. That was your idea. Yeah. She says, no, I didn't deserve it, but I do appreciate it.
Oh, she deserved it.
That's why she said it like in response to you. Like she knows that's why you did it, but she says, no, I didn't, in her eyes, she's being very modest.
Right.
She says, "You know when I'm around. I can't believe you have to ask."
The funny thing is about that is, I mean, and I know everyone has butterflies that fly through, but we always have only yellow butterflies that fly around, and yellow was her favorite color. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, is it me or is it actually her? And it flies like around my kids all the time.
She's rolling her eyes at you right now.
Yep, that's my mom. She's something.
She says, always reading into everything, but never trusting your gut on anything.
Yep. Sounds about right.
She says, "You know when I'm around."
Yeah.
She goes, she's pointing at me. You don't need to ask her. You know when I'm around.
Oh, yeah, she's feisty.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Who was the little one that was just with you backstage?
Oh, Aurora.
Read to her more, she says.
Yep, because she's going to start kindergarten.
Oh, that's great. Hi.
I was trying to get her to wave to Mike, and she's like, no.
I tried to wave.
I saw your hand come up, Mike. She was like, no.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't bite.
So funny because I was pregnant when my mom passed away. I was only a couple months pregnant, so we didn't know what we were having yet. But I had seen a psychic right like a month after she died, and they said, your mom said she's going to be in the room with you. And literally my son has my mother's eyes. Like everyone looks at him and they're like, that is like nothing else, but like her eyes were a little bit droopy. Yeah. And literally he has her eyes. When you look at him, it's like looking right at my mother. It's so strange.
Aww.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
wonderful.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
And also I want a validation from your last reading show I think it was before I went to Cancun. I came on and you told me that you didn't think it was me, but you thought someone close to me was pregnant or going to be pregnant soon. And I was like, well, it's not me. So a couple days, I think it was like a week ago now, my friend Renee actually messaged me and she said, I'm going to kick your psychic friend's butt. And I'm pregnant and we were not trying. And I said, well, you better hope she's wrong because she has 2 boys and wants a girl. And I'm like, if she was right, it's going to be a boy again. You're screwed. So anyway, I wanted to just validate that you were right. My close friend was pregnant. I was like, there's no way because they're not trying. Well, I guess they were trying.
Well, congratulations to your friend, even though they weren't trying.
Right.
But, hey, not for anything, but I wasn't the one who did the deed. So, I mean.
I told her practice makes perfect. She'll be fine. But it was awesome talking to you guys.
You too. So what did you think? Tell everybody, what did you think? Are we crazy? Do we have someone else come out with us another time? That was so cool how that worked out, having you join us.
It worked out awesome. And I want to say Mike is like prepared for anything that could happen. So I was a little nervous if a Sasquatch came out, but then I was like, Mike's got me because that Jeep had everything in it. And I mean, Christy, you were awesome to watch. When we were there. Because when you were getting a message or something was happening, I would see you rubbing the brim of your hat, and I'm like, oh my God, she's going to get something. And the coolest 2 things that happened, I have to say, were amazing. Was the flashlight on the back of the Jeep when you got it to go on. Well, not you, but when and when we were at the cemetery and that little boy was holding on to you, that was like,
I forgot about that.
That gave me the goosebumps. And I mean, I still talk about it because it was just amazing to like be with you when that happened.
Oh, thank you. It was amazing to have you join us.
And you guys are awesome in person because Mike doesn't seem as down to earth online, but I'll tell you what, in person, he is super cool. And I mean, I think it might be because he offered wipes or toilet paper. I think that got him brown, but he's super cool. So I love you guys. I hope you have a good night and thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Take care, honey.
Bye.
She's so cool.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's
so like
awesome.
I said, guys, like, share, subscribe, because you never know when I'm going to say to my co-host, let's grab somebody and drag them out with us. You know?
Yeah. That's so funny.
So let's see what we got here.
Goodness. It's almost 10 o'clock, Can you believe it?
You want to take one more?
Yeah, we'll definitely take. Oh, goody. The people on the next street are going to start shooting off fireworks again.
Okay, as long as it's fireworks.
That's fireworks. Yesterday it sounded like they were blowing up a car. It was awful. It was awful. Excuse me. Yeah, it was. I was ready to kill somebody. Oh yeah, it was great. It was wonderful. Gotta love it.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's
So
come back down here.
Anybody last minute? Come on, join us. We have a few minutes left. Pop on here. Let's go. Oh.
All right. So let's go with Jean. Christy and Mike. Christy, I've been feeling a lot of different ways physically and mentally, and I've been having many dreams with my father and grandmother in them. Can you please tell me if they are trying to tell me something? And again, I'm going to suggest that the book there, but I'm going to turn this over to you.
Great minds think alike. That's what I was going to say too. We're in retrograde right now, and that happens a bunch of times a year. And right now, that
Summer
can
solstice.
shake you up. Yeah. And it can really shake you up. Sometimes you're meant to clear things out of your life. Sometimes you're meant to heal. Sometimes you're meant to do all different kinds of things. And right now you are the things that are at the forefront for you. Those are the things to pay attention to. Stop wondering what else you're supposed to focus on. Focus on those things. Once you handle, deal with, clear out, do whatever you're supposed to do with those people or situations, you're going to find that everything else is going to make a lot more sense with a lot less effort. Anytime anybody comes to you in a dream that's passed away, it's not a dream, it's a visit. They're actually coming to see you. I feel like your father keeps pointing to something or trying to show you something. Pay attention to that. They are not going to allow me to give you answers. They need you to figure this out on your own. So if you need any guidance, I'm certainly happy to help you, if you need a little clarification on something or whatever the case is, but this is definitely, a lesson for you, and it's not hard. They're not testing you too much. They just want to make sure that you figure it out, because if you figure it out, then it will mean more and it will stick with you. It's just how you learn. The same way, to be honest with you, it's very frustrating. But I know it will be more worthwhile that way. You're going to go far. Things are going to change for you in a much more positive way coming up here in about the next 6 months. So just give it time. Work on yourself. Take this time to work on yourself. They're saying to get out and enjoy the sun. You tend to be cooped up too much. They want you out in the sun as much as possible right now. And really, 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 really focus on you and take time to meditate or to just be quiet. Learn about you, learn to be more comfortable in your own skin, because you have a lot of things coming and you're going to have to be able to stand up and own it and grab onto the opportunities that are headed your way. Okay. And they're going to be all good. They're going to be great. You're going to be happy as long as you allow yourself to be happy. All right. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with that.
Okay, we are at that time where it's time to kind of wrap up, unfortunately, tonight.
This was so much fun, you guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do this more often.
Yeah, now we get the bugs worked out of it.
Right.
So, folks, we got some really in-depth questions. Well, I thought I still had to slide up for your office hours and stuff like that, but I took the slide off the other show.
Okay. That's all right.
So you can reach out to Christy on her business page if you're looking for those, really in-depth long readings. She has all her information up on her page.
Yes. My page, my website. I will say too, I am now doing private parties again. Private parties and events I am doing in person again. So feel free to call and inquire and book those as well. So yeah, doing all
Thanks,
that
Chris.
Stuff. Oh, thank you, Chris.
Chris is going to be a guest in August. Squat survival gear.
Good.
We're going to talk.
On the calendar?
I did put it on the calendar, but that just reminded me to say, "Hey, what's on the calendar?" We're going to have Chris on, and we're going to talk about gear and his Bigfoot experience. So
wonderful! Can't wait.
Thank you, June. Step back in. We've got a couple other reading shows coming up soon. We've got Seth Breedlove and Mark Matsky from Small Town Monsters next week. We're going to talk about we're going to talk about the journey. We're going to talk about their upcoming On the Trail of UFOs. They've got a Rougarou coming up, and there's some other really cool special products that
you had to go there. You had to go there. You had to bring up the moose.
Yeah. If you can see how many pictures I have on my camera from the Salem, Massachusetts trip with multiple moose. I made her drive through Vermont and New Hampshire and northern New York. Yeah.
Wonderful. So but we have a lot coming up, and it's going to be a great show because this, but just a reminder for all of you guys out there, Sage family.
She's breaking the Sage family in right there.
All right. The newest member. I love it. So just remember, we are going to take a little time. We have a lot going on, and so do all of you. And we want you to enjoy your summer and the nice weather as well. So for July and August, we are only going to be on twice a month. But one of those 2 times will be a reading show for each of those months. So we are still going to do reading shows. And then you never know where we're going to pop up, what we're going to do, or how we're going to do it. We still plan on being spontaneous, our spontaneous selves and our crazy selves. So you never know. So keep watch.
Yeah. In August, if you're in Pennsylvania, in Gettysburg, we're going to be down there. We're going to be doing a live show from down there.
Third weekend of August.
Yeah, so that's the Gettysburg. Yeah, Battlefield Bash. Yeah, sorry, it's been a long day. No, I did pretty good there. So
yeah, you did very good. And then the following week, the last weekend of August, we'll be down in Michigan for the Michigan Paragon, and I can't wait for that. That's going to be great. So can't wait for both of them. It's going to be a great experience both times. So. And just an FYI, When Darkness Falls season 1 will hopefully air on Quasum this fall. So keep your eyes open for that as well. That's the new show that I'm on.
It's the partner.
Cool people.
Just right.
Okay, one more time. No, there you go. No, you. On that note, everybody,
I can do this.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
All right.
Yes. So until next week, because we definitely have to wrap this up and sample on. Love you guys.
All right. Where's my buttons? There's my buttons. Good night. Let's go.